welcome to this video where we will be talking about how to create abundance. Now, look at your account balance and the assets that you have today and tell me with full honesty, are you happy with what you see and what you have? Now, financial abundance or scarcity is a reflection of many things: your habits, financial education, but above all, abundance belief that you have installed in your neurology. Now, in the professional change processes that I have or that I'm lucky to accompany, one of the most common problems is the issue of money or the lack of it, and how to have enough to maintain a lifestyle that we are considering to have. Now, the subject of money every time is super emotional and is something really sensitive all the time. And it's because it's associated with many limiting beliefs that sometimes they don't even give us a space to even be interested in educating ourselves financially. Also, there are too many dream sellers in the world, on internet, on social network, lots of people selling dreams. It's horrible. Now, something that we could ask ourselves is why there are so many dream sellers. Why do their sales pitch work? And why do we fall so easily into these traps? And that happens because they know that the belief system of abundance and or scarcity is almost the same in most of the average people in the world. That is you, me, your neighbor, your co-workers, your brothers, or anybody in your social circle. Now, in this video, we will talk about beliefs that create abundance and what neuronal and linguistic patterns you are using that actually help you create a strong and solid system that will allow you to have continuous income, stream incomes, okay? Now, you know how this works. Stay until the end because I always give you a super effective tip to keep continuing or to start programming yourself for success. And of course, while you're listening, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done it before so that you don't miss a thing. All right, so let's get to what we're here for. How do we create abundance? Now, one thing here, I'm not gonna be making any video about, selling dreams. I'm not gonna tell you how to become a millionaire today. That's not my thing. I wouldn't even think about doing something like that. So it's simply because I believe that to become a millionaire, to make a lot of money overnight, that doesn't happen. It's just simply, you have to have the belief system first. You have to believe that you actually feel that you deserve it and believe and identify yourself as a millionaire before that actually happens. Otherwise, it doesn't happen like that. So we are going to be talking about this. What is it that you are thinking? What is it that you believe? What abundance system do you already have that is already built in your mind? So, for instance, if I ask you today, with what you do today, your current job, how much do you think you can make per year? With your knowledge and what you do that makes a contribution every day, how much do you think you can earn, maybe in a year, for instance? Now, with your lifestyle, how much do you spend and how much do you think you can save or invest in a year as well? Now, with your career plan, if you have a career plan, how much do you think you can earn in about 5 years? Now, if none of these questions make you think about a number, then we are really off to a bad start. Abundance beliefs are built with figures, with amounts, with what I like to call monetary clarity. Now, the world works like this. If you know how much your mobile phone costs every month, the subscription and everything, if you know how much the rent or the mortgage of your house costs, if you know how much you spend on gas or the public transport that you pay every month, if you know these numbers, you also have to know the number associated with your income and the cost of your lifestyle. So essentially, the first step to build a solid abundance belief is to have financial clarity. Now, second, in one of my previous videos, I told you that it's super important to know how to question your own belief system and to understand that not everything that you know is actually true, or that everything that you think you know is absolutely certain. So you have to learn how to question that belief system first. So going back to our subject, what you earn today, what you think you can earn today, is a reflection of that belief system associated with the income channel that you currently have. Let me give you an example. If you started to become a lawyer and you are a lawyer today, and you know that a lawyer earns this much per year, that's what you could think, more or less, what you could earn. Is that right? It's not right. Okay, that's false. That's a false statement. The career and the profession that you have, your work, is only one channel of income, and it is super important to know how to separate these two. You have on one side you have your professional objectives, and on the other side you have your financial objectives. Now, it is true that your work is a vehicle to create financial abundance, but it's not the only possible channel. So the second thing to start building that system, that abundance system, is to open it up to other possible income channels in order to create more abundance. So what do we have so far? First, financial clarity. Second, awareness of the existence of different revenue streams. There is a third factor though, and I would like to say that this is the most important one. How broad and flexible is your mentality, and how positive is your relationship with money? Now, this is about identifying what patterns exist in your neurology that lead you to attract more money and to produce and receive more abundance opportunities. Now, you can identify these belief patterns in the way you speak, as I have explained it to you in several videos before, and this is the message that I will continue reinforcing every time. So let me give you a few examples as well. I have heard some clients saying things like this: I cannot afford a specialization course that is only for rich people. Or I've also heard friends saying things like, I only travel low cost because otherwise I will lose all my money. And I've heard also family members saying phrases like, the only thing we know is to work, that's all we have done. Very limiting there. So as I have explained in other videos, these are scarcity and super conditional programs. So let's disassemble one of these so that you know how it works. Let's take the first one. I can't plus pay a specialization course plus that is for rich people. Now the first component, the first conditional, is a linguistic parameter of incapacity. And naturally it blocks all possibilities. There's nothing to do there. The second part is paying for a specialization course. I pay it, I don't pay it, I have a limitation. It is placed directly on the payment, on the disbursement of money and the financial capacity to actually pay something. So already blocks there as well. The third part is, this is only for rich people. It only leaves the possibility to a number of people with a certain level of purchasing power that he calls rich, in which he or she doesn't necessarily include him or herself. But this is very abstract. So who are the rich and why couldn't this person be one of them? So I'm not going to disassemble the rest of them, but I think you get the idea. But let's take also some examples of abundance program. I have also heard things like this, and I love it when it happens, when I have clients and friends who actually talk this way. I have heard things like, I always do well, I never lack money. Or, I prefer to have a clear financial objective so I know that I will achieve it anyway. Or I've also heard things like, the world is full of possibilities and anything can be sold today. These three are excellent programs. So let's disassemble one of these. Let's do the same exercise. Let's take the second one. I prefer plus to have a clear financial objective plus so I know that plus I will achieve it anyway. Now, I prefer is a program of choice, of personal decision. It is not tied to any external limiting factors. I choose, I prefer. It gives an extremely strong natural energy and vibration impulse. Second part, have a clear financial goal. This is a direction command. It tells the brain exactly what to look for. It allows for the reticular system to open up, to search for all the resources that actually lead to achieve that goal. Third part, so I know that. Linguistic pattern that reveals a belief regarding competences and abilities. I know that I can, knowing something, knowing or understanding something. It indicates that this person already has the knowledge and in their belief system, and this is actually something super constructive. Now, the last part, I will achieve it anyway. Linguistic pattern of abstraction of information. How specifically this person will achieve it, we don't know. Therefore, it is not limited to a single way of doing things. It leaves open all possibilities that this person knows or do not know. And it is an excellent pattern to not limiting ourselves to the known. So, there you go. The way you speak reveals your deepest beliefs, and in this case, it's super important that you observe how you speak, because especially when you talk about money and when you talk about abundance, income and possibilities. Abundance is created first here in your mind, with a flexible and an open mind, and of course with a good relationship with money as well. But this we will talk in another episode, because that is another subject. So there you have it. How do you create abundance? First, you have to have financial clarity. Second, you have to be aware of the different channels to generate income. And third, you have to broaden and flex your abundance mindset to attract more. Leave me your comments on how you can disassemble your own phrases to identify the different linguistic patterns that you have and your abundance programs, to see how you are actually creating your abundance today. And if this gets a little bit tricky, just send me a direct message, communicate with me. I would love to help you see what is it that you're blocking there, or what is it that you're creating already. So as always, I'll send you a big kiss, and I'll see you in another video.